YouTube. Apparently, my generation can't read. Apparently, we can't read. We can't read. So we're gonna react to a video by Ohmeezzy. This generation can't read. It's getting sad. Look, I'm gonna lie, bro. I've seen some of the people in my generation. We are tired. Some of us, we are just tired. Empty vessels walking around planet Earth. Tired. But we're gonna react, man, guys. Listen, like, share, comment, subscribe. Road to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get to it, guys. I don't want to waste your time. Let's get right into it.
A suit clothes that
She
were
wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary, but somewhat. Nah, that last words got me, gents. Listen, bro, I'm from Africa, bro. Listen, English is not my first language. I don't know that last word, bro. Gauche. Gouche. Gouche, bro. Gauche. Listen, she wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary but somewhat gauche.
who's this for?
She wore a sahalat of clothes.
Salad. Salad is nasty, dog.
That were extraordinary, whatever, bro.
What the fuck does that say? Why
The
am I reading
colonel
this?
asked the colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule. But we're educated on these streets. On this side of the pond, we're educated. You guys, what are you guys doing on that side, guys?
No, I'm not reading this. This is a whole bunch of.
The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule.
What does that mean?
He asked the
W
choir to
female. W female. And she's pretty too. I won't lie, just I like a pretty girl that's got some brains. There was one girl, bro. Oh my god, one girl I remember. We were having a conversation about music, and I remember she said to me, I remember vividly. She said to me, Jamaica was in Africa. I'm gonna lie, bro. That shit made my dick soft, bro. I remember I ended that day thinking if I should block her or not, bro. That shit pissed me off, bro. Like I don't like pretty girls who are dumb. That's just me personally, bro. Me personally, you dumb, you don't know certain things like that just piss me off. But that's just me, man.
comment. I don't know, bro.
You know, when I was growing up, we had things like Reading Rainbow, Hooked on Phonics, In Between the Library. Every Easter, we gave a speech at church that made us talk out loud and practice our public speaking skills. And if you read 25 books in a quarter, then you got to get invited to a Pizza Hut pizza party. Trust me, the pizza was always nasty. It wasn't about that. It was the fact that you read the books and you won a prize, and the classmates who couldn't read couldn't get to the pizza. Duh. Now things have taken a turn for the worse. And not necessarily just because kids can't read sentences that are displayed on a note card. For what it's worth, those sentences were a little bit tricky. There were some words that might not be common on the paper. But it's also the fact that the words that were used on the note card were also used incorrectly. All of the kids are illiterate. All of the kids can't read. AI and ChatGPT are taking over, and we're gonna have a problem in the near future if we don't figure out how we got to this place quick, fast, and in a hurry. If you're new to this, please hit that subscribe button. It
Bro,
goes a
listen.
long
It's also a problem on these sides, bro. It's sad, bro. It's sad. I don't know what it is. I remember growing up, bro. Like if we couldn't read, bro, I remember my dad. My dad was on me, blood. He was on my ass. Pause. My dad would make sure of it. My dad would make sure, yo, you're not gonna leave this house without reading. Listen, I got parents from Zim, so you know how they are when it comes to education. My dad, bro, I remember doing general knowledge. We used to do the general knowledge, right? We used to do countries. We used to do countries, brand, cities, and I think sometimes we do football clubs or we do we'll do something and then we'll go letter by letter. Letter by letter. When a country starts with the A, city starts with the A, bro. And if you get one wrong, bro, you're getting smacked, bro. I was raised getting smacked, bro. I was getting smacked.
long way for the channel. Can you as a community put a silhouette of a subscription on this extraordinarily gauche subscribe button? If you can comprehend that, you can comprehend becoming a part of this community. Now, back into the video.
I teach 7th grade. They are still performing on the 4th grade level.
7th grade English teacher here. When I tell you that these babies cannot read, they cannot write, and they cannot comprehend, I'm not being funny. I'm being dead serious.
The class divide of the future is going to be who can read and critically think and who cannot. What every educator on this app is talking about, and what every educator in the field is noticing, is a dramatic decline in basic critical reasoning skills and basic literacy skills among students. This is particularly pronounced among high school age students. And what this is creating is a generation entering the workforce without basic comprehension skills that is going to make it very hard for them to keep and maintain any form of employment.
Since the rise of TikTok, we've been...
I'm gonna lie, bro. Like, the future is looking scary. People can't read, AI taking over jobs, people crying for jobs. It's nasty, gents. It's nasty. I'm gonna lie, gents. You might have to do some extra work when you come back from home. Cause like, look where I'm at, bro. I went to school, 50 learners in one class. 50 learners in one class. Some classes at 60. How do you expect half the class to pass? Bro, I'm telling you, look on one side, niggas are gambling. The other side, someone's kissing another guy. You look behind you, someone's DJing. It was just a madness, bro. It was only a few of us that actually made it. The rest of us, we're just civilians, bro. I promise you. I promise you, bro. Only a few survived, bro, from them type of schools, bro. The rest of us just become civilians. Look, gents, you need to do extra work. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna even lie to you. You might have to do some extra work because that school thing, the school, bro, school might need a revamp. But I'm gonna get into that in a different video.
Seeing more firsthand accounts of people telling their real life stories about what's actually going on in their day-to-day lives. You could see how plumbers plumb, you could see how bakers bake, and you could see the plight of teachers in today's modern day education system. I feel like it started post-pandemic when kids started to migrate back to the in-class environment, when a slew, and I do mean a slew of teachers, came to the internet claiming that kids couldn't read, they couldn't write, there was a huge literacy crisis, and something needed to be done. And I'm old enough to remember the backlash that all of these teachers got when they were calling out these parents, when they were calling out the education system for highlighting the fact that these kids couldn't read. People were saying that they were embarrassing these kids. People were saying that you shouldn't be leaking this information out about these kids. And they even sought to get some of these teachers fired. But lo and behold,
I'm telling you, that's probably the single mothers. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just keeping it a buck, bro. Listen, I know I don't have a kid myself, but like I know women are very protective of their children. And it might be a little bit too protective to a point where it's like, my sister, the child's not going to learn. The child's not going to grow if you're all over him. How is the child going to develop into his or her own person if you are just all over that person? We try to teach the child how to read and they're busy telling I'm embarrassing. I'm gonna lie, bro. Like, that's why I say, like, parents are very much involved in this situation. I'm gonna lie, bro. Like, if I have a child and my child can't read, I think I'm putting the blame on me, bro. It's my fault, bro. It's my fault. If my child can't read, it's my fault. I didn't treat him right. I didn't go take him to the good schools. I didn't take him to extra lessons. I didn't spend enough time with him. It's my fault. It's not the teacher's fault. The teachers are there to guide the child, bro.
in the big 2026, because of one young man who was doing some sort of viral trend where he highlighted the fact that his classmates could not read, and hell, himself to a certain extent, people are now having to be faced with the realities of the extreme, and I do mean extreme literacy crisis that this nation has.
She wore a sahalat of clothes that were extraordinary, whatever, bro, but somewhat gooch.
What does that mean?
She wore a lot. Wait, she wore. Bro, I don't know, bro.
She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary, but somewhat gauche. All right, now what does that mean?
I have no idea. She wore a. I don't know what this should say. I don't know what this should say. I don't know what this should say. Can't read it. Can't read it. Can't read it. Cancel back.
Now I can get the words gauche because
gauche,
that's something.
Bro, listen, you got me on that one, bro. What did I say? I said gauche. Listen, gauche. I don't know that, bro.
that's very uncommon, and most people don't understand the word. Hell, the user didn't seem to understand the word when he put it into a sentence for his classmates to read. But words like kernel, extraordinary, and silhouette are actually disappointing
Nah,
to see that
silhouette,
what seems to
I'm
be
gonna let them slide on silhouette, bro. I'm sorry. Extraordinary is nasty. It's nasty.
high school age kids don't understand. And I don't even think that I'm truly upset that they didn't know words. There's words that I don't know. And hell, there's words that I didn't know when I was somebody their age. But what also was very disturbing and also shocking to me is the fact that they didn't even attempt to sound it out. They quit on the word, acted as if they couldn't even fake the funk. And that's just a real telltale sign that in between the lions need to make a comeback, because there's something going on with these kids and we need to get in front of it ASAP.
Math and
Bro,
reading scores have dropped.
short attention spans. Niggas don't want to try anymore, bro. TikTok brains, blood. One mistake. No, I'm good. Brother, read the fucking word, mate. We need to get up. I'm gonna lie, bro. We need to get tough on these kids, bro. Me? Oh my god, bro. I'm gonna be that. You see me? I'm gonna be that dad. You know that dad? When my son scores a goal when he goes to soccer on Saturday mornings. My wife is there. She's a soccer mom. She's celebrating. When my son scores, bro, I'm looking away, bro. I'm looking away, bro. That's that's gonna be me, bro. I'm gonna be the tough dad, bro. That dad is emotionalist. I'm the emotionalist dad. That's me.
To their lowest levels in more than 2 decades among high school seniors.
These scores come from the latest so-called Nations Report Card, and it shows that student achievement has continued to decline significantly among high school seniors. The average reading score last year was the lowest since the assessment began in 1992.
There are 3 hypotheses to explain what's been happening. Number one is there's been a decline in focus on test-based accountability since the No Child Left Behind Act expired in 2015. The rise in social media use, and a third, the rise in student absenteeism, which spiked during the pandemic but remains high.
Now, there's no one reason as to how we got here in 2026 where kids aren't able to read, write, spell, critically think, etc., etc. There's been a decline in test-based accountability when the No Child Left Behind Act, which for a long time I did think was something that they only talked about on like SNL and Family Guy skits, but coming to realize when I got into college that it was a real thing, I got really scared, came into play. It made so that accountability was kind of wiped out across the board. If they can't read today, maybe they'll get it tomorrow. And even if they don't get it tomorrow, they'll be in the next grade anyway, so it'll no longer be my problem. There's also been a rise in social media and phone usage, which I'll get to in 2 seconds. And then, especially with the pandemic, there's been a rise in absenteeism.
And I'm in an urban district, and we've seen ever since COVID, obviously, attendance going down. Well, my last class was 27 kids, and 8 of them were not here. So, I mean, this has been going on for a long time, but I'm more interested in the why rather than the what.
If a student misses 21 days of school and racks up 32 tardies, it's not the teacher's problem to fix. Teachers can't be on the hook for everything. Johnny's 24 absences aren't because Miss Jackson's lesson wasn't engaging enough. Absenteeism, it's not a classroom engagement issue. Teachers are responsible for the students who show up. Student attendance, that's the parents' responsibility.
You know, the reason why I know the word kernel is because when I was growing up, we used to eat KFC. I know. Go flood my mother's inbox. It wasn't a choice that I made, but she made sure that I knew the difference between the original recipe and the crispy one. I thought it was disgusting too. But I say all that
Wait,
to
was
say,
that word kernel? I thought it was colonel. Bro, is that kernel? Is he sure, bro? Listen, I'm using my phone to watch the video. I would have checked. I don't know, dictionary here, bro. I thought that shit was colonel.
Education mishap and question mark does start at home. And I know that there's a bunch of different factors like economic situations, careers these parents have. All these things do play into factor. But I do know one thing for certain. If you do take care of these things at home, reading practice, writing practice, mathematics practice, all these things will then spill over into their daily lives. Who would have known that if your parents go through flashcards with you, you may know how to spell or sound out or read silhouette and ghost in class.
Interesting, right? I mean, bro, listen. It's a sad, bro. Even here in the essay, bro, like, I'm not gonna say that people can't read because they are there's some students that are very extremely bright, but bro, I'm gonna like the average, it's yo.
are down because people who've never read a book are having kids. Reading starts at home. I was teaching 6th graders and they had the reading level and vocabulary of like some of the 3rd graders that I was working with.
We gotta remember that one day these kids who can't read will grow up to be adults who can't read. And what do adults who can't read do? They make babies. Adults who can read also make babies, but people generally make babies, and if you can't read and you having a baby, that probably means you can't teach that baby how to read. It's pretty crazy to think that 54% of US adults have low literacy skills. I think that that number in and of itself should be more concerning than even like the gas pump prices when I go to my local BP or Shell. That would put them on the equivalency of a 6th grade level. So now you've created this situation where the Spider-Man meme comes to real life, where they're pointing at each other and the blind is leading the blind, and you have grown adults who can't read teaching kids who can't read how to read. It's too much. It's too much.
So Koi got home today and her report card, her handwriting score, all of them were 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So on this list, it says here, 1, not meeting standards. Not meeting standards at this time. 2, standards partially met, needs more time. So handwriting skills, print legibly using proper pencil grip. Or 1. I mean, you holding it how you supposed to hold it. I don't understand how is that a 1. So I'm trying to figure out like what's really going on in this school. Like I'm really about to change schools again.
I don't think people understand.
Let me not comment on that, bro. But I remember, bro. I remember coming back from school, and I used to do that thing, bro. I used to coming back with, bro. I remember growing up coming back with 1s and 2s. That shit was embarrassing, bro. I remember the humiliation. I remember there were times I got like 60%. That shit was humiliating, you know. I'm coming back, I'm thinking, fuck. Humiliation, bro. I go back to my mom, I show my dad. Dad's looking at me like, yo, bro, where's the other 40%? I'm like, yeah, I was autistic. I said, where's the other 40%? I'm looking at my mom. My mom's looking at me like, why are you looking at me? Oh, bro, primary school. Nah, primary school was nasty work, bro. Primary school. Yeah, bro. Yo, sometimes.
This truly is. Since the pandemic, people have been turning to homeschooling their kids because of unsatisfactory planning from schools around the nation when it came to, you know, the way that they handled 6 feet apart and all these other things, social distancing. Maybe they didn't like the fact that there were any social distancing rules in place. People are afraid of school pew-pewings happening more and more and more. But ultimately, at the end of the day, there's been a rise in people homeschooling their kids. That doesn't even factor into all the like political reasons as to why people do that, but that's not why you're here on this channel. But we're not asking ourselves, if half of the US has a literacy crisis in the adult age range, and those people are also participating in homeschooling, then who the hell is teaching these kids how to actually do some reading, writing, and arithmetic? Truly, who is doing it?
Bro. The dumb leading the dumb, bro. Listen, guys, listen. The homeschooling thing, I hear it, bro. I hear it. Honestly, I think for a girl, I understand. For a guy, nah, bro, go to school. A boy must go to school. Go and get bullied. Go and suffer. Go and cheat on exams. Go and get experience. That's what you need as a man, as a guy, experience. Go and socialize. Go and know what a hierarchy, how it is like when you're around men, how it is when you're around girls, how you maneuver. Go. Now, I'm not going to take you to a school where there's 60 learners in a class. That's nasty work. I'd rather have you here at home. Nasty work. But I don't know about the homeschooling, especially for boys. For girls, I can understand why. But for the boys, nah, go.
Best Buy with me and my baby girls. I am gonna buy them some iPads. I have been debating this for a very long time. I mostly need them for whenever we travel. As you guys know, traveling with toddlers is a lot of freaking work.
That's right. Those same kids who got frustrated about reading, writing, and arithmetic while they were in school, so they put it down and picked up, I don't know, some sort of device or a ball or played some music, are the same parents now who, when trying to teach their kids reading, writing, and arithmetic, are more than likely to go and, I don't know, buy their kids an iPad. Buy your 1-year-old toddler an iPad. It's actually the most insane thing in the world. There's a study out there that says by the age of 4, 58% of children already have their own tablet or smartphone. Now, before those people get in my comments saying, well, Omar, tablets and smartphones can provide other things. They're stimulants in other ways. These people are using it as a means and a method to teach their kids, full stop. I have many friends who have many babies, cousins, all these other things like that, and they're letting Blippi and the little Spider-Man kid thing and whatever is on YouTube Kids be the means that teach their kids how to read, write, spell, learn colors, etc., etc. And there's way too many studies that show about how much over
To be
screen
honest, I
time.
might have to just end it here, gents. Shout out to Ohmeezzy. Gents, please, like, don't be scared to do the extra work. I know the phone's addictive. Instagram, addictive. YouTube. Most of you guys have subscribed to like 76 channels. I have no idea how one person can be subscribed to 76 channels, watching all their videos. When are you going to find time to improve yourself? James, I know it's lame. I know it's nerdy. But you don't want to be a nigga that can't read, bro. You don't want to be that guy, bro, because we will clown you. We will clown you. Improve yourself, James. Don't be scared to improve yourself. Don't be scared. I saw Kaiser not reading. Bro, I thought that shit was amazing, bro. Niggas are laughing at him. Bro, I was like, yeah, bro, at least he knows his deficiency. Now, would I do that on camera? No, I wouldn't. But I would go back into the trenches and I'll start working on myself. Sometimes that's what you need to do as a man, bro. Listen, for the girlies, I don't know. I don't know. For you ladies, I don't know what you gotta do. But for the men, them, for the Grootmans, nah, gents, we can't walk around not knowing how to read, man. Not knowing how to read. Basic instructions. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's improve, man. Let's improve. And let's improve this YouTube channel. Road to 1,000 subscribers. We're getting monetized. I'm gonna keep saying it. In fact, we're monetized. I'm putting that into the universe. We're monetized. Look, like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna see you guys soon.